Imagine you're 7 years old, eating dinner, when a monster walks through your front door, murders your parents in cold blood, and tells you that from now on, you belong to him. But here's the real kicker. He doesn't take you to a dungeon. He takes you to a literal fairyland, where every beautiful creature you meet wants to see you dead just because you're human. What would you do? Would you hide? Or would you become more dangerous than the monsters themselves? Welcome back to Rick Summary, where we peel back the layers of the world's most captivating stories to find the lessons that change how we see our own lives. Today, we're diving into a world of stardust and shadows, exploring the cutthroat politics and dark romance of Holly Black's The Cruel Prince. If you've ever felt like an outsider fighting for a seat at a table that wasn't built for you, this story is for you. In our world, we're taught that fairies are sweet-winged creatures that grant wishes, but in the land of Elfhame, they are ancient, beautiful, and utterly heartless. They cannot lie, but they can twist the truth until it cuts like a blade. This isn't a story about a girl finding her prince, it's about a girl finding her teeth. It's a masterclass in how power is taken, not given, and why being good is often a luxury that survivors can't afford. By the end of this, you'll see why the most dangerous person in the room isn't the one with the magic, it's the one with nothing left to lose. Our story follows Jude. After witnessing the brutal end of her mortal life, she's raised by her parents' killer, Madoc, a high-ranking general in the High Court of Faerie. Imagine growing up in a palace where you're constantly reminded that you're a mortal fly, short-lived, weak, and easily crushed. But Jude doesn't want to run back to the human world. She wants to belong. And in Elfhame, belonging means power. Her biggest obstacle? Prince Cardan. He's the youngest, most neglected son of the High King, and he spends his days making Jude's life a living hell. He and his friends represent everything Jude isn't, effortless, immortal, and cruel just because they can be. Think about a time you were bullied or looked down upon. Most people would shrink, but Jude? She decides to enter a tournament to become a knight, to prove she can fight just as well as any immortal. But she's betrayed, mocked, and nearly killed. This is the turning point. She realizes that playing by the rules will only get her killed. If she can't be better than them, she will be so much worse. She gets recruited into a secret circle of spies working for another prince, Prince Dane. Here she learns the art of the shadow game. She learns how to steal secrets, how to use leverage, and most importantly, how to build a resistance to the very magic that usually controls humans. She literally poisons herself in small doses every day just to become immune to their charms. That is the level of dedication we're talking about. As we watch Jude navigate this minefield, we start to see the real-world wisdom hidden in the fantasy. The power of resilience. Jude shows us that your scars aren't just reminders of pain, they're your armor. She uses her mortality, the very thing they mock, as a weapon. Because she can lie and they can't, she has a tactical advantage they never see coming. Defining your own worth. In a world telling her she was nothing, Jude refused to believe the lie. She didn't wait for permission to be important, she made herself indispensable. The cost of ambition. We see the weight of the crown. Jude realizes that to protect the people she loves, she has to become someone she barely recognizes. It's a reminder that every big move in life comes with a price tag on your soul. Leverage is everything. She discovers that even the most powerful people have a tell, a weakness. For Cardan, it was his desire to be seen. For others, it was greed. Everything comes to a head at the coronation of the new High King. A bloodbath erupts, a literal coup where almost the entire royal family is slaughtered. In the chaos, Jude finds herself holding the ultimate chess piece, the youngest prince, Oak, who is the only one who can wear the crown. But Oak is just a child. He's not ready, so Jude pulls off the ultimate gamble. She needs a figurehead. She needs someone the court will fear, but someone she can control. She turns to her enemy, Prince Cardan. In a dark, quiet room, she outmaneuvers the prince who spent years torturing her. She doesn't just ask him for help, she binds him to her. She tricks him into a vow of obedience for 1 year and 1 day. She forces the crown on the head of the boy who never wanted it, making him the king, and herself the secret hand pulling the strings. The story ends with Jude standing in the shadows of the throne, more powerful than anyone ever imagined. The lesson here is simple but profound. Don't wait for the world to give you a place at the table. If they won't let you in, learn how the locks work. The cruel prince reminds us that our perceived weaknesses are often our greatest strengths, provided we have the courage to use them. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the architect of your comeback. If Jude's journey from an outcast to a queenmaker inspired you, let me know in the comments what's one weakness you've turned into a strength. And if you want more deep dives into the stories that help us grow, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community here at Rick Summary. Until next time, keep writing your own story.